I'm a Malicity, or Malicity, Malicity, say Mal. I am doing the Disney College program fall semester for August 4th, 2025 till currently January 22nd, 2026. I might extend, I don't know, I just have to figure out how I'm feeling once I get there, but I forgot I was using this as a microphone. It's not really on. I don't even have an SD card for it because I think it's micro SD. Yeah, and that's using my micro SD, so but my tummy hurts. That's another thing. I have a tummy ache. I am really autistic. I am mentally ill. I really like video games. My current favorites are Cyberpunk 2027, Final Fantasy 14, which, as you can see, a whole bunch of stuff over there. The entire Kingdom Hearts series, including the mobile games, because yes, I did play them. And if you don't, and you say you're a big fan of the games, you're lying, because you don't even know half the story. And Dragon Age. I really like Dragon Age. That, and I also like Twisted Wonderland and other niche Disney video games that were made way back when, like Disney Infinity, Epic Mickey. But Epic Mickey really isn't that niche, except a lot of people think it is for some reason, but it's not. Disney Princess Enchanted Journey, which is a game where you play as a young girl who's like a princess, or like you basically create your own character, but she's permanently in a dress, and she's got a little wand, and she beats up these little goblins called bogs, I think, and they scared me so much as a child I got nightmares. The animatronic versions of Donald, Daisy, and Goofy also gave me nightmares from Epic Mickey. And my parents didn't know about that when I first learned about the game from a family friend. And I watched him play, and I went home and I had nightmares, horrible nightmares. I woke up crying because of it. And for my birthday, they got me Epic Mickey 2 and the nunchuck that came with it, that was the paintbrush. It's sick. I love it now, but I bawled my eyes out when I first got that as a gift. But it's really funny. Like, really funny. I knit. I like to make characters. I like D&D. I like Phantasmagoria. I can't fight. I can't stance. Face it, I'm never gonna make it. I need to be put down. That's another thing I am. Someone who needs to be taken out back, like a horse that's got a strained leg. I really like Uma Musume. I don't play it, but I really like watching people be like, dude, I gotta send Haru Urara to the glue factory. And it's really funny. And I like sending my friends the gold ship gif that is of her just absolutely drop kicking you. It's really funny. My other favorite gif that I like to send people in Discord is I think it's from the romance scene that you get with Carrie Eurodyne in Cyberpunk 27, where I think you're on a boat or something, and he crawls onto a couch and he just slaps his ass and you slap it, and it's the funniest thing to me, and I send it everywhere, and my friends hate me for it. I really like Kingdom Hearts. I already said that one. Things I am not. Normal. It's kind of funny. I'm funny. No. Am I? It's up for debate. But I really like music. I play music badly. I sing kind of badly. I already said I like making characters. If you ask me really nicely, I might send you a photo of like one of them. I don't know, maybe. I like Star Wars. I'm possibly going to be playing in a D&D Star Wars game as a drow equivalent that's broke as all hell and has a pet cat. The cat's name is Chaka. The character's name is Nej. I love you, Nej, if you're watching this. I like cute things. like my phone case. It's got bunnies on it. There's a charm with a silver from Twisted Wonderland on it. He's in his birthday uniform, which is really cute. I got it in the middle of vacation and I wasn't home, but thankfully I was home the next day, so there was a new rule to the DCP Discord I moderate. Okay, who put that there? Why was that put there? I'll ask later. I also run but I help run one of the biggest Fall 25 DCP servers. I think it may be the biggest at this point, but I don't know. I have a Smisky. This is a Smisky. If the lights were off, he would be an irradiated green because he's been subjected to the light for so long. That's also why I like Smiskies, because they look like they're radioactive. I like Kingdom Hearts. I know the entire Kingdom Hearts lore. I have made 2 presentations, both unfinished, one purposefully unfinished for keeping the sanctity of it, because I don't think that you should be orally told the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3, where, spoiler alert, cover your ears for like, give me like a minute or 2. So skip ahead to that. I'm probably not gonna edit this, by the way. Skip ahead now. Everyone freaking dies, and it's kind of sad, but I don't think if you're that attached, and I've been telling you it orally, that you should just be told, yeah, Terranort nukes everybody, and then you go get your body back through like a weird Escher painting, but it's all mirrors and clouds and blue. Whatever. But yeah, I think that would just kill the vibe, so if I really want to make a video on that, where I do a Kingdom Hearts explanation series, where I have a bunch of presentations, or I just go off orally, like just from memory, because I can do that. I have done it before in the past. But at the end, if I get there, because there's also this thing called the Kingdom Hearts curse, fun fact, but I do think personally that if I did finish and I got to Kingdom Hearts 3 and I got to the Keyblade Graveyard part, I would not tell you. I would probably put a Let's Play video out. Whether I'm actually in the corner commentating, or just commentating without my face in it, or just completely silent. But I wouldn't just tell you, oh yeah, XYZ happens. Because it feels like that feels like a sellout. I feel like to get the full experience of the insane whiplash, you've got to play it for yourself, or at least watch someone play it. Like I said, I'm doing the DCP. I am doing quick service for the Epcot festivals at front of house. So I think that's like the cashier and stuff and pouring drinks. If you're here for DCP advice, I will only give you funny advice. That's actually a complete lie. Sound like you're smiling in your interview, because I heard somewhere that they check that when they're hiring people in person for like acting, that they check for how much a person smiles. That's probably not true, but that was like an ancient post from like Tumblr I heard like long ago. And as everyone knows, everything you see on Tumblr is true. Alexandria's Genesis is real. I've been on Tumblr for way too long. Smile. Don't go in expecting you're gonna get your job, especially if you're in a fall applicant, because they're probably gonna put you in one of the festivals or in a Magic Kingdom QSR, because Epcot festivals are Food and Wine that starts in August, and also the holiday one for Epcot. But if you do get festivals, you may get put somewhere else QSR. Who knows? And at QSR and merch for Magic Kingdom, because of the Not So Scary and Christmas Party, because they're very popular and hustly bustly things, and they need a lot of staff for it. Whatever. So if you're going spring and you get whatever the heck you wanted, good for you. I wanted to be a character attendant in Galaxy's Edge, or on Rise of the Resistance as an attractions person. Good for you! I'm actually pretty fine with what I got put with. I have a pretty pleasant uniform. It is a nice, crisp mint green, and it is khaki shorts, which in Florida heat, I am fine with. I am completely fine with, especially if I'm in a role where I'm outside a lot, or I'm in a place with no AC. But I'm thankful I got that instead of like Columbia Harbor House, which, if you don't know, you dress like a pilgrim there. Read a lot of blogs. I did that because there's a lot of blogs who have questions like that are usually asked on the phone call interview. Where it's like it's always like your top 3 roles and then a bunch of scenario questions. And if you get a good one, they'll probably ask you more like, what park would you want to work in? What's your favorite Disney character? Like something about you or whatever. I only got asked like logistical, unfun questions, which kind of sucks. But I do think you should push for what you want. Read the blogs. Some of the questions are really outdated. Like there was one question on a blog that I remember that was apparently always asked, and it was, do you have tattoos? And I do have tattoos. I have 2 on my shoulder blades, but you can't see them obviously because I'm wearing a shirt, and I would definitely be wearing a shirt in Disney World. But it said that it was always asked, and I did not get asked this question, and I don't think any of my friends did. But if you're curious, if you do have visible tattoos, like if you had one on your arm or whatever, the rule is that it can't be bigger than your hand outstretched. So like if I had a tattoo that was from my wrist to my elbow, that would be a no-go or something. I don't know. You could probably also just get away with covering it up with like one of those makeup concealers. I don't know, but it's also hot Florida weather, so that might just feel really uncomfortable. But be honest about it if you do hypothetically get asked this question. But Disney's a lot more lenient with that, especially now in the sweet, sweet year of our Lord 2025. Because I know some guy who has like a full arm sleeve, which is pretty sick, that is doing DCP, which cool for him. Yeah, even if the blog is like 8 years old, just at least peruse it and then prepare yourself by answering the questions that are there. Even if they're not asked, it made me feel a lot better. Just answering questions beforehand and having them like on your laptop while you're like on your phone, like whatever, so you can have something to refer off of. Don't get bummed out if you get a 2x2. Unless you need accommodations once again, then go ask for your accommodations. And I have heard that it's really easy to get accommodations for a private room, even if you don't have paperwork. Like, I have paperwork documented with them for work day or whatever. But I also, they didn't ask for it, but I feel like they could have gotten it if they wanted. Because not to brag, but on the childhood assessment for autism rating scale or whatever, I scored a 90s. I was in the 97th percentile. I'm just that smart. I'm just that cool. But yeah. So I do have documentation. I do need, accommodations with stuff. And so I probably got it because I did go, I do have documentation I can give you. But also, I've heard that people have lied about it. Like, let's be real. Go into a lot of Facebook groups, Discords, because that's now like a big thing for just chat rooms in general. Like, hold on, let me see how many people I have on the one I help run. 381 members, and some of them are bots. But I think that does constitute as the biggest current DCP fall server. I might be wrong, but I'm an admin of it, so I get to brag a little bit. But go on those, introduce yourself, be active. There's also a lot of GroupMe's. They have GroupMe's for like buildings and stuff. Like I'm in the Jiminy building group, and I love Jiminy Cricket, so I'm a bit excited about that. But, you probably won't find your roommates. I've been searching high and low. I still haven't found anything. You might actually. There's been a whole debacle. There's been a situation with Vault 25 because none of us were allowed to pick our roommates, or like link up as they call it, because if you have the same departure and arrival dates as another person and you decide that you're buddies and friends enough, you can link up in a perfect world. But for some reason, when our dorms registration, which is one of the websites you use a lot for DCP, on like the email it was like linking up will not be allowed for this arrival date, and that was for all of the fall ones from 8/4 to 9/8. And so everyone was just like, huh, okay, clearly they're having a bit of a housing problem, whatever. Not a big deal. If you do get stuck in that situation, you probably won't find your roommates, but you will be able to find your unit at least. Because if you go through, once you get your lease, you sign it and it's executed or whatever, you can log into this app called Parcel Pending, which is basically how you track your mail. And it'll be like, hey, you've got mail, by the way, come go get it. And it'll have in there under your profile, your unit, your floor, your building, whatever. I really hope to go around the world once, which is pretty easy. Like, that's a very simple thing to hopefully accomplish. I really want to get all the songs on Guardians of the Galaxy. That would be kind of fun. I want to go to Not So Scary Halloween as Lilia Van Rouge from Twisted Wonderland. I have plans with my friends already, and they're hypothetically possibly going as Malleus and Silver, which would be cool, which would be awesome. And if we find a Sabak, I will cry of joy. And if we don't, I will get a stuffed animal to substitute. For photos, of course. I'll have to finish my knitting that I just started today, and I had to restart twice because the skein I was using just had random knots in it that were holding it together, and they kept coming undone, so I was just like, okay, great for me. I dress up as Sora in a lot of the parks, like just as a guest. Usually I just do the KH3 jacket, the tank top, and then black shorts. And people do recognize it. Like other guests, cast members, and also characters. Which is pretty sick. I had Edna Mode ask me where my Keyblade was once. It was like, I was like, I'm on vacation. Get it? But yeah. I want to do that in all the parks. I've only done it in Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Nope. Magic Kingdom. So I would have to do Epcot and Animal Kingdom. I've only been to Animal Kingdom once, and I want to ride Kilimanjaro or the Yeti one. Expedition to Mount Everest with, I don't know, I don't know the Game Grumps reference or bit, I forget. I'm really itchy, sorry. I'll have to make more videos. That'd be kind of fun. I would like to learn how to edit videos. I don't know if I will because it's a time-consuming thing, and I don't know how much time I will have. But it would be fun. It would be kind of cool, kind of fun. I'll probably do like a little room tour video, like a very mini short one. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm mostly packed right now. We leave Sunday. It is currently Thursday, 7:31. I'm very nervous. I've had a bad roommate situation in the past. I'm not gonna get into it, but it wasn't too awesome sauce. It wasn't too cool beans. But it's in the past, but it still haunts a little bit. I get a little nervous at I was like, I'm gonna get a 2x2, and I'm gonna go in there my first day, and it's gonna be this middle-aged woman, and she's gonna be like, hi, I'm Janice. I hope it's alright if my 3 boys come visit every week. And I'll be like, that's so great. Awesome. But thankfully I have my own room, which is awesome sauce. Then, like I said, I'll probably do a very short video where I go, hi guys, this is my room. It's not gonna be as cool as this room because I'm not bringing as much stuff, And there's no aura that could possibly match the aura of my annotated Kingdom Hearts lore wall that I personally annotated myself and added a bunch of memes to. Or my Final Fantasy XIV shrine that also includes my record player. Speaking of, this is not DCP advice or anything. But if you ever get a record player, don't you dare get a suitcase one unless you're on like a really tight budget and don't care about scratching records. Because they use a not so great needle. I think it's usually like a little plastic one, but it will absolutely scratch and warp your records. So if you are investing in a record player or whatever, and you want a lot of vinyls and you want to keep them for a while, go get an Audio-Technica turntable and a cheap speaker from like Amazon or something, Target, wherever. I got my speaker, it came in a set of 2 for like $30. Turntable was more pricey, it was like $150, maybe $200. But if it's that expensive, it'll last you a long while. And you won't have to be like, oh man, my record keeps skipping. Because I've had to use a record like that in the past, and it is, you know, scratched my records and makes them skip. And now I can't listen to Selby Part 1 from Hosier's album properly, and it makes me mad. Whatever. Anyway, I hope to vlog in the park. That would be kind of fun. I have like a irrational fear I will turn out to be like one of those jerks who are like a live IRL streamer, like those guys on like Kick and stuff who are total jerks to everyone in public. I would just be like in a corner like, hi guys, I'm in Disney World or something. I don't know, but I just have a bad fear of humiliation and going on to just going to bed and then waking up and then opening Twitter and it's like, oh yeah, you've become the laughing stock of the internet for the day. I think I would like shrivel up into like a tiny little raisin. But yeah, don't bully me about my banner. I know it looks bad, I'm fixing it soon. I'm just really lazy and I wanted to put something up for the sake of having it. Yeah, I think I'm good. Oh, my friend got jump scared by me on a Twitter comment. Okay, that's enough. Bye bye!